Hi there. Well, today I'm going to be building a pergola, and it's going to all this video is not going to be all one day that it takes to build it, but I'm going to show how I do it. I'm not going to do it step by step, but I'll give you some ideas how I did it and how it goes together. So it's the name of it is Back Yard Discovery. It's a 10 by 10 pergola, and the model is 150513B. And always say when you build these things, be sure you go according to it step by step by the manual. It's very important. It will not go together if you don't. Okay, so here we are. Here's a good view of it. And here we go. Alright, I have the weed mat laid out now. It's a little on the windy side, so I'm just using some of the wooden forms to hold it down. There's always a breeze blowing here. So now I'll lay the gravelly sand mix that I have on it, and that should hold it down. Now notice I overlapped the weed mat further than where I need it. Yeah, you can always cut it down to size after you get the bricks laid down, the whatever you're going to use. See how it's blown away? So I got to get that on. So that's the next thing I'll be doing. And of course I overlap the weed mat over each other just to get a good covering. You don't have to overlap a lot, but that's how I do it. So next I'll go get the sand and gravel mix. It's a fine mix that compacts real easy, and you can lay the bricks down to make it level. So I'm gonna go back there and get it with my tractor now. Lay on some stuff and we'll get going here. All right, so here's the next step. The gravel sandy mix is down over the weed mat, and I have bricks ready to go here, and I'm going to be laying them down now. So it's shady here now because behind the trees, so it's not bad here. It was very hot and humid here, and the sunshine down this morning. So don't know if I bought enough bricks. Let's see. Can always get more. All right, so let's get laying the bricks. And this is what it looks like. I got some gravel there in case I need it down there. So, all right, let's get to the next step here. Okay, as you can see, I got the bricks almost halfway laid down now. Looks like I'm gonna have to get more. I miscalculated. That's easy to do, but I'm getting there. So this is what it looks like so far. That's looking good. Can't wait till this job's done. This is a hard job to do, bricklaying. Not too fond of it, but when it's done, it would be beautiful. All right, let's move on. Okay, so here is the whole brick layout for the pergola. It's a lot bigger than the pergola it's going to be, but I'm going to have like a walkway seating out of the pergola. So it's nice so far. It's turning out pretty good. This is what it looks like. So next step is build it. So let's get busy. It's nice and solid. Got a weed barrier underneath it. Very, very hot today and humid. 1st of July 2026. I'd calculate the bricks pretty good. This is all I have left now, so that's not bad. I'm sure I can use them somewhere. All right, let's get building. Okay, so now we're building a pergola frame. These are the legs, and I'm going to be putting these together onto the posts, or the legs, whatever you want to call them. There's four of them, so I'll be assembling that and moving on to the next step. And again, notice that I laid out all the boards. They're all numbered. Be sure you go step by step according to the manual, or it won't go together properly. Well, hey everybody, here's the next few steps I did here on the pergola. So I got the stand now, and it's in its spot, as you can see here. And I had to assemble the legs. I actually flipped this upside down to assemble the tops here. Now, I'm not recommending that you do this. They say that to assemble it, the stand, but I'm doing it all by myself. My tractor and me here. And it was rather difficult to flip it over, but I got it, as you can see. And so I put the main beams up all around, all four. And it's a suggestion, if you putting the legs up, be sure you line, there's holes you have to line for this beam right here that goes here. Is a hole here and here on these legs, so you can insert the screw here for these cross members. Be sure you line them up, or you'll be taking it all down and starting it over again. So I got this far yet with it now, and I inserted the outer forms here. I don't know what you would call them. So the next thing I'm going to do is put these roofs on, the roof beams, which are right here. These will go on next. And it's getting there. So I'm doing this all by myself. They don't recommend you do this all by yourself, but I do it all by myself. Let's see if I can flip this on here a bit. All right. So I guess there are holes up top here where these all gotta go. I'm assuming they are up there. I'm hoping I didn't put them upside down. But this will go like this next. They slide into place like that. As you can see, they gotta line up. So it's getting there, everybody. It's gonna look nice. It's in a nice spot. As you can see, I got all the bricks laid here down, and it's all lined up. So this will be a really good centerpiece for the rose garden here. Now I got to read more about this, how to put those beams up, because these have something to do with it too. I'm just testing things here. And these got to go up there too. So you got one, like I always express here, really say here, is you got to go to everything according to the manual, or it won't go up right. All right, let's move on to the next. Okay, so I'm putting up the joists now on up here on the pergola, and I'm using the long screws they give you, and they tell you to line it up with the hole right here. I don't know if you can see it. So what I'm doing is I'm putting the long screw in the joist and lining it up. See if I can show it on the camera here. So I lift it up, and you can see the screw right there, and there's the hole, and I place the screw in it, drop it down, and I hand tighten it to line it up. This is how I'm doing it, and I'll come back later with my screw gun and tighten them down. So I'm doing one side at a time. I have to do that side yet over there. So again, I'm putting the screw in, lifting it up, find a hole like that, and screw it in by hand. Just tighten it a little bit with my hand so it lines up, so I can get the other side the same way, lined up that way. Not hard to do. So far I'm able to do it all by myself. So that's how I'm getting the joists up. So we're getting there. Okay, so there are the joists. The joists are up now on top, and they each hole lined up properly. So it's pretty good so far. And again, make sure that these bolts line up with the holes on the boards. I had to take this from the port on the other side. It was upside down, the holes were on the bottom, so be sure you check that, make sure that the holes are up and not down. It's important. Go according to the instructions or it will not line up. So next I got to put those boards on, and then we're done. So let's make the last step. Hopefully it'll go easy. Again, I'm doing this all by myself. Oh, that's a little loose. So would be easier with two people or more, but it's possible, it's doable. All right, let's get going. All right, so I got the top runners up, and it's pretty much done. So I got 2 complaints to the company here, and it's not a big deal, but I would, this Backyard Discovery Company, I got my complaint here, but it's not a big one deal. But why would you give us junky, well, let me show you, junky screws like this? I don't, just spend all the money and you give us junky screws like this. So what I did, everybody, is I went out and bought a whole case, jar full of screws that look like this. This is the number right here if you want to look at it. Has a nice head that you can easily screw in instead of these junky wood screws. It makes it so much easier to put it on. Also, my other complaint, why don't you make a full runner instead of splitting it in half? It doesn't make it easier to put on, but I guess maybe you do that for shipping. Anyway, so it's done, and just want to tell everybody, when you're assembling the runners up here, you have to put a screw on the end first, down in there, then come up and put another screw on here to make it straight. It does make sure you got it straight in line, and take your ladder and move along each runner as you move the ladder down to make your way towards the other end, or you won't get this up. You cannot reach out there, and you cannot climb on top of this to put the screws in. Do not climb on top of this. Don't do it. So there it is. It's completed. I just have to put the tag on. It looks nice. One other thing I did before I put it up, they tell you to put these feet on. I put them on before. I got mine on top of bricks here. So it's done. Here it is. This is what it looks like. I'll walk around. Nice. This looks nice in the rose garden here, everybody. Let's see if I can get back here a little bit. Ladder's in the way for the view, but there it is. With the ladder noise. Anyway, there it is. Centerpiece to the rose garden at the blueberry farm. So walk through the arbor. Antique bird bath. Gonna have some benches in here. These are some of the benches already. Got boxwoods around. Got an open sitting area here. And this is, I'm gonna try to train up some viney flowers that will go up the pergola. And then back here I got boxwoods again that I planted. Looks nice. So yeah, that wasn't my complaint. Not a big job, but not a big complaint. I did this all by myself again, just like I did the greenhouse in my past video. Same company. So this is the centerpiece to the rose garden. I'm happy with it. So the bricklaying is my idea. You can come up with some ideas, or just use gravel, or just put it right in your lawn. There it is. All done. And I'm gonna put the benches in. You know what? I'll do it right now. I'll show everybody what the bench looks like inside. Alright, here's a little example of what I'm going to do. Of course, it's going to be new benches. These are the ones that were already in the rose garden. And I'm going to be making the benches too. Maybe if you want, I can show you how I make my benches. But anyway, here's the pergola. I'm going to have another bench, a few chair benches out here in the open area. And that's like, looks like that. So there it is. I gotta clean up a little more now, but it's done. This is what it looks like. Nice, very nice. It's a centerpiece to the rose garden. Walk back here. There you go. Still a little messy little tractor in the golf cart, but what it looks like. Alright, but I hope you liked this video, and appreciate if you like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any comments, let me know. See if I can answer them. Hit the notification button and stop by again. Bye, everybody. And by the way, I thought I'd just show everybody this. It's America's 250th anniversary this year, and I remember back in 1976 was the last big anniversary, and I picked up a brick when I was a kid. Here it is. That was the last United States anniversary. A brick that says 1776, 1976. Maybe you can tell me that's a collector's item. I put it in here just for the fun of it. So, happy anniversary, USA. Alright. And that's it. Bye, everybody.